Welcome to our meditation time for those here in the sanctuary and those virtually. My name is Shelley, one of your prayer chaplains, and I'll be leading you in this meditation, and we'll have a time of silence. I invite you to get comfortable, close your eyes, relax, and slow your breathing. As you take another deep breath in, perhaps you let it out with a sigh. Let the chair fully support you. You may notice your shoulders dropping, your jaw relaxing, your eyelids softening. Take another breath and let any tension or busy thoughts go. As you gently breathe, imagine you are breathing into your heart center. Feel yourself relaxing into a deep, loving, and quiet place inside. Focus on your heart center now and feel or sense it filled with light, knowing that you are connecting with the heart of God. Imagine your whole being filled with love, with peace, with ease, and faith that God is with you every step. Open to God's love and the love inside you. Any sounds you hear just take you deeper into that loving presence. And hold that presence for its message to you as we go into the silence. Gently come back to the room now. Take some deep breaths. Gently move your body. Remember this deep well of love that is always available to you. And as this sacred time in the silence comes to a close, we remain open, receptive, and thankful for all the love we experience. We welcome our church family, both in person and virtually, to our celebration service today. We know that divine grace and divine love greets and enfolds everyone today. We bless and are grateful for our musicians, our minister, and everyone serving today. Have a blessed day, and so it is.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, yet we see it everywhere in everything. One power indescribable, yet we speak of it in every word we say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. It's one power, one power, one power.
Good morning. If you'd like to close your eyes and relax into the moment, please do. In this moment, I open my heart to God's presence, feeling infinite peace and wisdom flowing through me. I am a radiant expression of divine creation, filled with boundless potential and infinite possibilities. I release any doubts or fears that I may hold me back, knowing that I am supported by God's love and guidance. I affirm that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and every setback is a stepping stone to greater success. I embrace the power of positivity. I affirm that abundance flows effortlessly into my life, manifesting my dreams and desires with ease and grace. I am grateful for all the blessings that surround me, and I give thanks for the beauty and abundance of this life. With faith and gratitude, I step forward into the light, knowing that I am guided, protected, and loved every step of the way. And so it is.
It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunlight on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of the baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power. Oh, it's one power. It's the power of the love that lives in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. There's one power, one power, one power. Good morning. morning, Unity in Lynnwood. It's great to see you. It's a beautiful Sunday, whether it's shiny or rainy. It's still beautiful, right? If you will stand and greet one another, please learn a name or two while you're at it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Well, good morning. My name is Frances Johnson, and it is an honor to be here with you this morning. Yay! Woo-woo! I'd like to welcome you if you are new, visiting for the first time. We know that it takes courage to try something new. We welcome you if you are been coming for months, for years. It's just a pleasure to have you. And we want to say hello to our online family. That you are here visiting us, or not visiting us, you are here. And it's special that you are here today, and we appreciate your presence. Our church is warm and inviting. I always feel so much kindness and love when I am here. It starts by walking through those front doors, getting your sticker, saying hello, and possibly getting a lovely hug from someone. Mwah. It's great to meet new people and extend a hand of welcome. We welcome those of every faith tradition and no faith tradition. Every person is an individualized expression of the divine. We welcome everyone to our community, no matter your religious beliefs, gender, orientation, age, or race. We are a kind, caring, and friendly church. Happy Sunday, and a hearty welcome to Unity in Lynnwood.
The heart of the mother, I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. You sound great. Keep it going. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God.
Sing out. Here we go. Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much.
Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Feel like I'm walking on marbles. Can't still the earth beneath my feet. Is my head in the clouds, my naked legs left dangling? I can feel my heart begin to pound. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Long dark night, my soul it wanders. Can't see the light that moves me. God is everything and everywhere that I belong. Spirit gently wakes me from my sleep. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, take me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, pull me deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, I know I'm not the only one to live inside these blues. My life to you, oh Lord, oh Lord, I give my life, I give my love to you. Oh, love is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. faith keeps calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Compassion's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. God is calling me, and I'm grateful like I've never been before.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, Unity in Lynnwood. What a joy it is, what an honor, what an immense privilege you grant to me by virtue of your simple presence here today. I begin then with words of thanksgiving for the immense gift of you. I begin simply by saying thank you, and thank you, and thank you. If you are a member of our virtual audience, and my goodness, there are many, the Mason family and Tom and Trish, Diane, Dale, Valerie, Deb, VW, Ursula, Karen, Elizabeth, Pascaline, and so many more. We extend welcome to you today. If you're a member of our physical sanctuary this morning and you desire to join me in extending that welcome, would you turn to this device generously facilitated by the lovely Fran Curley and repeat after me. We see you today. We see the truth of you. We stand for the highest possibility of you. We welcome you today. I am so pleased to announce that between Unity in Austin and Unity in San Antonio and Unity in Lynnwood, our little fun contest provided 1,546 pounds of food to our respective local food banks. Many, many thanks to each of you for your participation. Thank you for your generosity. Would you say that with me? Thank you for your generosity. And if you feel so inclined, allow your eyes to cast right or left and to repeat yet again, thank you for your generosity. Oh my goodness. Saturday, starting at noon, there will be a grounds cleanup. Tim Vokes is the lead of this effort. Will you wave to these kind people? Tim, if you have any questions, do see him. Do see him. Next Sunday, of course, is Connection Sunday. We offer a newcomers potluck luncheon in the Friendship Hall following service. If you are new or newer, please be our guest. If you do not consider yourself to be new or newer, please bring something delicious. Bring something delicious. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. That mission statement, so short in word, but so deep in meaning. I like to support this every week by reminding myself of a conversation we had in late 2014 that resulted in the following. Today I offer the first of 6, and it reads, we offer a metaphysical teaching which encourages regular spiritual practice, including prayer, meditation, affirmation, denial, service, and study. Take the words of invocation in the manner best suited to you. Yes, you may read along. Yes, you may read along exuberantly. Yes, you may read along quietly. Yes, you may simply close your eyes. As we consider, though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. So 40, I would say it is my favorite number in the entirety of the Judeo-Christian library. Now, if on another Sunday I'm teaching about spiritual powers, 12 might suddenly become my favorite number. If on another occasion I'm teaching about universal principles, 10 might suddenly become my favorite number. On another occasion, if I'm teaching about the creative process, 7 might become my favorite number. You see how that works in my world. Now, if you're like me with your post-enlightenment mindset, have you wearied of hearing that term yet? If you're like me with your post-enlightenment mindset, 40 conjures a concrete number of widgets, or a concrete number of people, a concrete number of days, a concrete number of years, and so forth. If you are like me, 40 conjures something that can be measured on a scale or charted on a graph. But as I have said so many times before, to approach 40 as it exists in that Judeo-Christian library you call your Bible, with such a post-enlightenment mindset, is to rob ourselves. It is to rob ourselves of layers and layers and layers of wisdom which await our discovery. So think about this. In context, for an individual deemed impure to become pure, well, a ritual bath of sorts containing some 40 measures of water would have been necessary. So should we be surprised? Should we be surprised that for a world deemed impure to become pure, a ritual bath containing some 40 days and 40 nights of water would have been considered necessary? Of course, I'm referring to the epic flood mythology as retold in Genesis, and I do say retold because it predates Genesis by many thousands of years. Beyond Judaism, of course, this same epic teaching mythology can be found in the writings of Hinduism and Islam, African, North American native traditions, and beyond. Now, for Elijah to escape the evil queen for the mountain of God, a trek of some 40 days seems to have been required. For the emancipated Hebrew slaves to become a unified nation, it was a trek of some 40 years that seems to have been required. And of course, for their emancipator, you know his name, we call him Moses. For their emancipator to receive those so-called 10 commandments, I don't really think they're commandments. That's a different conversation for a different Sunday. See there, that now you have to come back. To receive those so-called 10 commandments, a stay on Mount Sinai lasting another 40 days seems to have been required. A according to the Talmud, one transitions from one level of wisdom to another level of wisdom at 40 years. Now, that's very good news for many seated in this room this morning. Thank God I have transitioned to a new level of wisdom, might become our affirmation. Thank God I've transitioned to a new level of wisdom. Of course, it was an apocalyptic prophet. We would call him Jesus. Of course, he wouldn't recognize that sound, by the way. He started his public ministry after retreating to the wilderness for, well, how many days do you suppose? See how well you're doing. See how well you're doing. So assuming some degree of willingness on your part to seek a wisdom beyond that can be measured on a scale or charted on a graph, we arrive at the first question of our morning. What exactly is this 40? And what does it mean to me? And I would suggest that whether we consider the journey of Moses, or the journey of Elijah, the journey of the emancipated Hebrew slaves, or the journey of Jesus, it seems that a journey of 40 is that period of whatever it takes to get from old life to new life. I imagine you can relate. Imagine you can relate to a journey of 40 days, 40 nights, 40 years, to that journey of whatever it takes to get from a world you once knew to a world that hadn't yet come to be. Sometimes these journeys are initiated by loss. If you have walked through the transition of a loved one, and who among us hasn't? If you have walked through the transition of a loved one, you know about the journey of 40 from a world you once knew to a world that hadn't yet come to be. Into the sea you go, we might say, into the sea. Sometimes the journey of 40 is initiated by a circumstance, a new job, a new diagnosis, a new lover. Sometimes global pandemics drop in and mess up a couple years worth of really good church programming. Into the desert you go, into the desert with you. Sometimes the journey of 40 is initiated by a calling, a tenacious dream or a deep desire. MLK and Rosa Parks and Harvey Milk and Stephen Hawking, each of these noble souls knew about a journey of 40 initiated by a calling. People of the wilderness, we might call them, you see. So given this rich history, it makes sense that early church leaders would insert this symbol as a prelude to the crucifixion resurrection narrative, thereby giving rise to the season that the Christians among us would call Lent. And I think it was a great choice. I think it was a great choice because what is Easter if not another journey from old life to new life? It was the great theologian Marcus Borg who spoke to the season this way, and I quote, "Some of us may need to die to specific things in our lives, perhaps to a behavior that has become destructive or dysfunctional, maybe to a relationship that has ended or gone bad, perhaps to an unresolved grief, or to a stage in our life that it's time to leave. Maybe to our own self-preoccupation, or even to a deadness in our lives. He continues, so the journey of Lent is about being born again, about dying and rising, about mortality and transformation. And who among us does not yearn for this? Who among us does not yearn for a fuller connection to life? Who among us does not yearn for an identity that releases us from anxiety and self-preoccupation? He concludes by saying, to be born again, then, it seems, corresponds to our deepest yearning. May we, this Lent experience that internal transformation that is at the very center of the Christian life. May we experience being born again. Is that a new spin on those old words? So whether we find ourselves on a journey of 40, because a loss demanded it, because a circumstance presented it, or because a calling required it, the church has wisely suggested a couple practices to help us. After all, it seems reasonable that when we find ourselves on the sea or in the desert or in the wilderness, when we find ourselves in one of those expansive, vulnerable valleys between old life no longer and a new life not yet, we're probably experiencing some vulnerability, some uncertainty, maybe even some fear. Now, what the church did not suggest is that you run through that valley as fast as you possibly can, medicating as needed. And if you're like me, maybe you can relate to that temptation. After all, we don't tend to relish vulnerability, uncertainty, fear, but the church didn't suggest that. I like to think that the church wisely understood that sometimes those valleys have their own gifts to offer, that they have their own ways of growing us, preparing us for the person that new life not yet requires us to be. It's every hero's journey, really. Each of us at different points of life and in different ways gets thrust from the life we've known. Dorothy gets pulled from Kansas by a wind. And Frodo, of course, gets called from the Shire by a wizard. Each of us gets thrust from the life we've known only to face certain adversities, challenges, maybe make a few new friends along the way, that we might ultimately return to Kansas, that we might ultimately return to the Shire as new people, bringing new gifts to share. So the church didn't encourage us to run through as fast as we possibly can. The church suggested that we fast and that we pray. The church suggested that is how we navigate the journey. We fast and we pray. And of course, unity would speak to both. It was co-founder Charles Fillmore who wrote, and I quote, "When we withdraw our attention, interest, and support from the false and the unworthy, this is true fasting. When we give that same attention, interest, and support to the enduring good, this is true prayer." So fasting and prayer, they aren't practices rooted in outer processes about chocolate peanut butter cups and distant man gods, you see. Fasting and prayer are practices rooted in inner processes about falsehoods and truths. Now, I cannot have your answer for you. I can speculate if you would like, but I can't have your answer for you. But if you're willing to play along, I'll ask you just to reflect for a moment and to simply raise your hand when you get an answer, any answer to the following question. Do I carry a belief, maybe a perception, a thought pattern, which I know to be false or unworthy? And I will be the first. And then lowering your hands, and if you're comfortable doing so, closing your eyes for a few minutes of deeper consideration. Let's reflect upon a new question. What might it mean for me to give my attention, my interest, and my support to something true instead? Let's take a deep breath together. Let us become ready vessels for a wisdom beyond words to speak to the very heart of us. What might it mean for me to give my attention, my interest, and my support to something true instead? For the immense privilege of stopping today. immense privilege simply of stopping, for the immense privilege of stopping in a place that's safe, supported in the immense love of noble souls. For that wisdom that speaks beyond words. I close this time together by offering a grateful heart. And we allow that grateful heart to express by giving rise to the words, thank you, together. Thank you. And we close this time together simply by saying, and so it is, together. And so it is. And so it is. It is an honor to welcome you to new Members Sunday. At this point, I would love to welcome those joining members simply to take places on this platform, if you would. That means you will have to stand. Don't be shy. I love you very much. I love you very much. So, as I like to say at each of these ceremonies, I, in a sense, welcome you to new life. Because moments of commitment have a way of revealing new opportunities, which existed only as invisible potential up to this point. Moments of commitment have a way of revealing new people, new support, new perspectives, expansive new horizons filled with infinite new possibilities. Indeed, entirely new worlds which existed only as invisible potential to this moment. So welcome to new life is how I like to begin these ceremonies. If you do indeed at this auspicious moment choose to move forward, and I think at this point, I would invite you to respond simply with the words, I will. Okay. Will you love? Will you serve? Will you seek to act in kindness? Will you seek to see that Christ presence in self and in others? Will you seek to be a vehicle for divine activity? And then I turn this direction and I ask, will you, the kind people of Unity in Lynnwood, will you agree to support these new members in this moment of new beginning and beyond? And if you will, then simply answer by saying, I will. I will. Welcome to membership. Welcome to membership. Yay. All right. What an honor. Are you serious? Aw, thank you. Thank you.
And now we come to our gifts and offerings for our church. We offer opportunities to practice giving and receiving, that we might cooperate with the reciprocal nature of the spiritual universe. In other words, while your giving matters to us, we suggest your giving matter to you as well. Electronic giving options will appear on your screen. For those choosing to give a physical gift, the ushers will gratefully pass baskets. If you would like information about UIL's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please grab a Giver's Circle brochure or write Dr. Richard directly. For those already participating, we extend a special thanks. Please join me in our affirmation as it appears on screen. I give freely and fearlessly, fulfilling the law of giving and receiving.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen.
We'd like to welcome you if you are new today. If you are, if you will please raise your hand and we will love to greet you. Thank you. We're so glad that you're here. You are invited to come to the Welcome and Information Station, which is in the back of the sanctuary, and I would love to talk with you and answer any questions that you may have. And we would like to give you a gift of the Daily Word, which is an undated copy, and it has, oh gosh, I can't even talk, affirmations and positive, uplifting messages for you. Also, visit Marion in the Soul Things Books and Gift Store, and she will give you a copy as well. Also, in the bookstore today, I found these. And they are just adorable pocket hugs. They're $2 each or 3 for $5. So run, go and get one because they're so cute. Otherwise, I'm going to buy them. And if you look in the chairbacks in front of you, we have informational cards. And what's nice is if you can have the newcomer's card, you can fill that out and you will receive 2 emails a month. And also for writing notes for next week. Okay. And everybody's invited to the Friendship Hall after service today. Invitations. Please consider the offerings of UIL's small group and interfaith ministries as they appear on your screen. As one highlight, this Saturday, women's group will feature a vision board workshop. Bring your color magazines, if you have any, and plan to stay until noon. Please register. Then starting on the 3rd Sunday of March at 9:30 a.m. in Dr. Richard's office, the group will relaunch as the Sunday Sisterhood, a spirit-focused gathering for women to share experiences, make friends, and enjoy and support other amazing women of UIL. All women are welcome. Please register. Please consider joining UIL member Gail Piper today at 12:30 for her report on her medical mission to Honduras in November 2023. Always, thank you for supporting compassion in our world. Unity Prayer Class will be facilitated by Prayer Ministry Directors Dana Consuelo, starting March 12th. This will be a deep dive discussion into affirmative prayer and how to use this powerful tool for your spiritual growth. The text, Discover Your Divinity by Reverend Linda Martella Winsett, is available in the shop. This class is offered exclusively by Zoom. If you do not receive your Zoom link upon registration, please check your junk folder or call the office. Now, please welcome Prayer Chaplain Shelley Frederick to the platform.
Good morning. I'm Shelley, one of your prayer chaplains, and this is Prayer Sunday. Yay! Our team of chaplains is an extension of the ministry here at UIL. Every day of the week, one of us is available to respond to your request for support with a call or by holding you in affirmative prayer during the week. We also have a High Watch prayer team who pray for the entire membership in rotation week by week. Today, directly after service, the chaplains will be offering individual divine wholeness blessings in the family room at the back. This is a silent prayer time where a chaplain stands behind you with their hands lightly on your shoulders and holds you in the energy, presence, and wholeness of God. It's simply divine. We love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ light in you. Thank you.
If you're a member of our online audience and you would like to pray with someone following the conclusion of our time together, start the process by writing prayer at unityinlynnwood.org. I can't do do include a working telephone number and expect a call within a couple hours. Tori is the lead of the women's group. Tori, will you wave? If you have a question about Saturday's vision board workshop or about the relaunch as the Sunday Sisterhood, she is a good one. I walked into the building this morning, to the smell of, well, pancakes and delicious coffee. Our men's group had breakfast this morning. If you would like information about that, Glenn Moritz is your man. Would you wave, please, Mr. Glenn? And then, oh my gosh, I had a privilege on Thursday night. I was working late, and I was welcomed. I was welcomed into the Time Taoist book study group. If you are drawn to something really rich and framed differently, please see Phil Patzer. He is facilitating the Thursday group. We're clapping today. We're clapping today. That's good. I like it. We had a rehearsal, thank you. I had an immense privilege this past week, and that was to have a conversation with someone. And it had to do with a telephone and a reluctance to call the office. I would like you to hear me this morning. We delight when you call the office, whether it is to clarify an event or to help you with technology or to connect you to a prayer chaplain. When we hear the phone ring and we see your name, it pleases us. I want you to know that. So if you carry any of that reluctance, I don't want to bother, if you carry any of that, please let it go. Take a deep breath, please. Let us close the outer eyes yet again, and let us simply consider the presence of love here today. Maybe it's a sensation that you experience at the very heart of your physicality. Maybe you can even imagine it extending beyond. Maybe in a sense joining with the love of those around you. Perhaps extending even further until we have a sense that we are in a room expanded by the presence of love. There are those who would say that this is the wordless knowledge of God. So we enjoy it for a moment. We enjoy it for a moment, holding it. And then making the commitment that we always do to bring it forth after I open those human eyes. Sharing it with those who cross my path. Delighting in the possibility that it becomes something of a spiritual fragrance that follows me. And let us bring our time together to a close, as we always do, with sung words of blessing, sung words of farewell. I love you quite a lot. Please stand as able and let us complete our day with a couple housekeeping matters. If you are a member of the Giver's Circle, you will find a bowl of blue stones upon entry in future Sundays. If you would like to participate in the physical act of offering, simply grab a blue stone. And how delighted are we? How delighted, how privileged, how immensely grateful are we that if we arrive late, not that anyone would ever arrive late, but if someone you know arrives late, there is a big white shuttle that will pick you up at the south end of the Fred Meyer parking lot, deliver you right to this door, and take you back upon the completion of service. Today's driver is Dawn Macon. Please give her a pat on the back. And by all means, learn a name or two on your way out the door, and I look forward to seeing you in Friendship Hall. I understand there are cookies today. Unity in Lynnwood. Blessings, blessings, blessings.